Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are doing something a little bit, well, a little bit different.
Yeah, usually we have a whole stack of articles or, a dense white paper, or maybe some op-eds about tech or history.
Right, something super heavy. But today, our source material is, it's incredibly concise. It's this single, very specific piece of spiritual instruction. It's titled Scriptural Shield Against Negative Dreams.
It is brief, that's for sure. I mean, it's practically microscopic compared to what we usually look at.
Totally.
But sometimes the shortest instructions carry the most weight. They're sort of distilled down to the absolute essentials. We're looking at a directive that is maybe 2 sentences long total, but it addresses a very complex, very primal human experience.
Exactly. And I want to start by just setting the scene for everyone, because I think everyone listening has been here. You're asleep. It's the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah, the classic 3 a.m. wake up.
Right, the witching hour.
Yeah.
And suddenly you are just jolted awake. And you aren't just awake, you are alert, like fully alert.
Heart pounding.
Heart pounding against your ribs like a drum. Maybe you sat straight up in bed. You've just had a nightmare, a really, truly negative dream.
It's a completely universal experience.
Yeah.
And we aren't just talking about a vague sense of unease here. We're talking about the physiological response to a nightmare.
The sweat.
The cold sweat, exactly. The cortisol spike, the disorientation. Your body is physically reacting as if it's under an actual physical threat, even though you know you're completely safe in your own bed.
Right. And for a lot of people, that specific moment is followed by this intense sense of spiritual vulnerability. You just feel exposed. You want to shake it off, maybe say a prayer or do something, anything to make yourself feel safe again.
Yeah.
But, and this is really the hook of our source today, sometimes you just freeze. You sit there in the dark and you literally cannot find the words.
And that is exactly where this source material steps in. It's not a medical diagnosis of sleep paralysis or some psychological study on REM cycles.
Those are super relevant.
They are relevant, absolutely. But this is different. This is a spiritual prescription. It treats that specific situation as a distinct problem that requires a very specific tool.
So the mission for this deep dive is to unpack this advice. We want to understand the anatomy of this recommendation. Why this specific book? Why this specific verse? And how does reading something, quote, many times, as the source suggests, actually work as a shield?
Right, because on the surface it sounds a bit
Mechanical.
mechanical. Exactly. It does sound mechanical, but I think that's actually the entire point. It's almost like an emergency protocol.
Okay, I like that. An emergency protocol.
Yeah, if we look at the source text, it functions like an algorithm. It's an if-then statement. If X happens and Y is the condition, then you do Z. It completely removes the need for you to be creative in a moment where you are literally incapable of creativity.
Okay, let's unpack that first part then, the diagnosis. The source starts out with, quote,